Hello guys, so today we are going to talk about planar joints. Planar joints. So whenever you joint, what is going to happen to a link? For example, this is a link. It is not connected to any body. It is free in a plane. So how many ways can it move? As we have seen in the previous video of degrees of freedom, it can move along X, it can move along Y, it can rotate the angle theta about Z. So total here you have 3 degrees of freedom. Now once I connected it with a revolute joint, for example, this is a one link and this is another link. So now I have connected it to the revolute joint. So now for this frame which is fixed, how many degrees of freedom are there? 0. And now how many ways can this link move? Let me name it link 1 and link 2. How many ways can link 2 move? It cannot move in X, it cannot move in Y, it can just rotate. It means 2 degrees of freedom are blocked here. So this is not possible, this is not possible. Only this is possible. Okay, only rotation is possible. So 2 DOF are blocked below CKED, right? One sec, hold on. Let me reconsider this spelling. BLOCK, yeah. 2 degrees of freedom are blocked here due to revolute pair. Okay. Now, sir, here one is fixed and one is moving. That's why you said this way. No, guys. Now, for example, I have taken 2 links. Let's take 2 links and test the same thing. Will the revolute pair still block 2 degrees of freedom? So now, for link 1 and link 2, how many ways can they both move? Link 1 can individually move 3 ways, right? Like above. Link 2 also can move in 3 ways. So total 6 degrees of freedom. Now, if you connect these 2 links with a revolute joint, just connect these 2 links with a revolute joint. Now you see they both together will move in this direction X. They both together can move in direction Y. They can rotate they can rotate individually. This can be rotated individually and this also can be rotated independently. Individually you can rotate it. Okay, without disturbing this one, this can be rotated. Without disturbing this one, this also can be rotated. Okay, so total how many it's allowing 4 degrees of freedom here. So here only 1 degree of freedom is there. 2 are blocked. Here I can see that how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 degrees of freedom are present. So how many is it blocking? 6 minus 4 is 2 degrees of freedom are blocked due to revolute pair. So even if both the links are moving, or if one link is fixed and other is moving, in both the cases, I can say with 100% surety that if you connect it using a revolute joint in a planar mechanism, planar means they have to be in a plane, then 2 degrees of freedom are blocked due to a revolute pair. Done. So now we are going to next talk about prismatic pair. Due to prismatic pair, how many degrees of freedom are blocked? So I will write down prismatic joint. Now due to prismatic joint, how many are blocked? First, initially, nothing is connected in a plane, it is there. So it can move in this direction, it can move in this direction, it can rotate. Now I have constrained it, right? I have constrained it. So it can only slide. So how many degrees of freedom are blocked here? Only 1 degree of freedom is present here. Here 3 degrees of freedom are present. After connecting it, 1 degree of freedom is present. 2 DOF are blocked. So due to prismatic joint also you have 2 degrees of freedom as blocked. Okay, if there is prismatic, it means 2 are blocked. Remember that. Done. Next we go to higher pace. Next we go to higher pace. Here also if you want to know for rotating, sorry, 2 links are free. Just draw a box this way. So inside this slotted groove, this is a slotted groove, and here you have a link, another link, this is a slider. Okay, so here you say that this is link 1 and this is link 2. So link 1, link 2, see, they together can go in this direction. They together can go in this direction. Okay, independently they cannot go, together they can go. And then there is a possibility of motion of this slider also on its own inside. So I can see that, and even they can together rotate. All together they can rotate also. So here you can see that how many degrees of freedom are possible? 4 DOF are possible. Okay. Now you fix one of the links. Anyone you should fix none of. You only if you fix, you will come to know what's going to happen. So fix one of the links. Yes, I'm fixing link 1. So once you fix link 1, only one possibility is there, right? It can only slide inside. So here 1 degree of freedom is possible. 1 DOF is possible over here. So now what is happening here? 1, 2, 3 and 4 over here, and here 1 is possible. And is anything else possible here? Only 1 is possible here, 4 is possible here. So if you are subtracting, here we can see that, sorry guys, if you fix one, it becomes what a mechanism. Till now, we actually are not fixing by taking 2 links, right? Earlier case also we did not fix. Here also we won't be fixing it, but here you can see that independently, it was a small error, slight error. 1 second. See, independently they had how many degrees of freedom? Independently, slider had 6 degrees of freedom. I was getting into relative degrees of freedom here. Slider has 3 degrees of freedom, and see, slider had 3 degrees of freedom, and this casing, this slotted also has 3. So it becomes like, let me do it a little neatly. Clearly we'll see. Yes. So see, this is the slotted link. So this has 3 degrees of freedom. Slider also has 3 degrees of freedom. So I'll write down, so 3 plus 3 is 6 DOF. Later on, after you connected them both, it got 2 degree of freedom. So here also you see 4 degree of freedom. 2 degrees of freedom are blocked, right? And now if you have fixed one, so this is called relative degrees of freedom is 1. Okay, this is called a relative degree of freedom. Okay, and why is it called relative? Because I'm fixing one with respect to the first link, I'm checking the second link, that's why it is relative. Okay, or just you can even call it degrees of freedom, simply degrees of freedom. Okay, next we are going to learn about higher pair and how many degrees of freedom do higher pairs block. So higher pair, we'll talk about higher pair and how many degrees of freedom do higher pairs block. Okay, so higher pair means usually you take a curved surface, because on the flat surface it will be a point contact. So how many ways can it move in the plane, xy plane? Just check this x, y, and then they can rotate. That's it. So 3 degrees of freedom is present here. And now once I connect it to some surface, right, to some fixed surface, let's say this is a connected to a fixed surface, it should not go up. And higher pair, I'm talking higher pair, about higher pair with slipping condition. Higher pair with slipping condition, this is slipping. Slipping means it can even slide. This can even slide, as well as it's not pure rotation. Pure rotation means while it is rotating, it's translating. Here even it can slide. The example is, suppose you have a flat tire which is not having good grooves. So you put a brake, what will happen? It will slide, right? That sliding I'm talking about here. So that's called slipping. And this is turning. So 2 degrees of freedom are allowed. How many degrees of freedom are blocked? So blocked is 1 degree of freedom is blocked due to higher pair with the slipping condition. 1 degree of freedom is blocked. And here you see that now without slipping, it means it has very good grooves. Our tires have very good grooves. So it is without slipping. So without slipping also, see first case, all 3 degrees of freedom are possible in a plane without any fixing. So 3 degrees of freedom. And once you give a platform on which it can roll, it means you are connecting it here, pure rolling. So put it a circle, proper one. Okay. So now suppose you call it, this is your S, and this is theta. So you have a relation S is equal to R theta. You have this relation S is equal to R theta. So R times theta is S. So R and S and theta are not independent, they are dependent on each other. I told number of independent parameters is your degrees of freedom, right? So here they are dependent, that's why the DOF is only 1. It means if you know theta, R is fixed. If you know theta, will you know S or no? You will know S. It means how much it has displaced. It's like for one complete circumference, 2 pi R, the total length traveled, you can get like S. Even this is also a right equation. So S is equal to R times 2 pi is theta. It means 2 pi is total rotation. So you can have 3 pi, you can have 4 pi. It means number of rotations can be there. That's why we are mentioning in terms of theta. To make it more generalized form, it's mentioned in theta. Or else usually for one complete rotation, it is S equal to 2 pi R. Okay. So now you can see that theta and S are dependent. So only 1 degree of freedom. So how many are blocked here? 2 degrees of freedom are blocked. If it is without a slipping condition, it means pure rolling. In pure rolling, S equal to R theta for pure rolling. Here you cannot write that equation S equal to R theta in this case. In this circle, you cannot write that equation. Okay, because it is slipping. So S is not equal to R theta, because sliding also is possible. Even though you are not rotating, the sliding is possible here, right? That's why 1 degree of freedom is blocked. With the slipping, without slipping, 2 degrees of freedom is blocked. Okay, I'll write down here with slipping. Now we will talk about mobility or degrees of freedom. Okay, whenever it comes to mechanism, you usually call it mobility. So mobility or degrees of freedom of a planar mechanism. Okay, so here the mobility of a planar mechanism is such that, see, we can find out, we have a formula for it. The formula is, I will give it right away and then we will derive it. Mobility is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2j, these are revolute pairs, minus 2j, these are prismatic pairs, minus 1j, these are higher pairs with slipping, minus 2j, higher pairs without slipping, or you can say pure rolling. This is for pure rolling. Okay, so these are different things. So now here I will make few changes. See, these both are lower pairs and same, right? So we will just write, instead of these both, I will just write as 2j, which is lower pairs. I can write that. I'll modify the formula. Mobility is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2j. These are all the lower pairs. Revolute or prismatic are same, right? So lower pairs, I can write them as lower pairs. And now I can write this 1jh minus 2jhr for pure rolling. Okay, so this is the mobility equation. How did I get this equation? That's the question. Now we will derive it. Okay, for suppose I have a link. Number of links, n number of links, 1, 2, 3, and so on till n number of links. Okay, so for each link in a plane, I have 3 degrees of freedom possible, right? Mobility means it is degrees of freedom. So I will write 3n. It means number of links are n. So for each link, if I have 3 degrees of freedom, this has 3, this has 3, this has 3, and so many has 3. So what do I do? Total n links. So 3 times n, right? If there are 3 links, 3 3s are 9. So 3, 3, 3, 9, like that, 3n. Now out of this, in a mechanism, one is completely fixed, means one of the link is completely fixed. Completely fixed means you have to minus 3, yes or no? Excuse me. For a completely fixed mechanism, sorry, for a completely fixed link, you have to remove that 3 degrees of freedom. So I'm removing 3. Now if I'm connecting it using a revolute joint, suppose these both are connected. A revolute joint removes blocks 2 degrees of freedom, right? So 2 and J means number of revolute joints. This is one revolute joint. This is another revolute joint. It means this both will be connected. 2 are lost. 2 degrees of freedom from this main only. So these both are connected. Again 2 are lost. Okay, if it is revolute or prismatic, 2 are lost. That's why I have written 2J. And then for suppose I have connected using a higher pair here. Higher pair. It means it is, for example, a gear over here or something. It is connected using a higher pair. So higher pair, how many degrees of freedom do they block? They block 1 degree of freedom with slipping, and they block 2 degrees of freedom without slipping. It means pure rolling condition. Yes. Now you take 3 common from this n minus 1, and this is 2j, and this is 1jh, and this is 2jhr. This is the mobility equation and its derivation. Hope you all have enjoyed this derivation, and thank you. In the next classes, we will complete with the, we'll start with problems of finding out the mobility of the mechanism. Mobility of a mechanism will be taught in the next class. So this is the formula which you all should remember. Thank you.